right, in this video, we're going over the top 5 best guns to use right now here in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. These weapons are all early level unlocks, meaning you don't have to do any type of daily challenges. You can jump on the game and immediately go crazy. So if you guys want to stay up to date with any and all best class setups, best settings, tips and tricks, or want to be notified with any new updates, go live here in Modern Warfare 3. Feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Let's jump into this. So for the first class setup, we're taking a look at the SVA 545. This weapon is nasty, one of the best assault rifles to use. Now we're skipping over the rear grips because these are not going to help us out for this specific build. Now we are going to rock a stock. The stock is very important on this assault rifle, and the Marquis R11 is going to be a phenomenal choice, allowing us to increase movement speed, fire aiming stability, gun kick control, and sprint speed. Definitely a great attachment to run because we're taking advantage of both close range and long ranges with this attachment, and that's something you really can't find with a lot of guns here in Modern Warfare 3 if you don't build them properly. Now we are going to rock an optic here. Now you have two choices to choose from. You could either rock the slate reflector from Modern Warfare 3, or if you have the Chrono Mini Pro unlocked from Modern Warfare 2, you can run this also. I like the Chrono Mini Pro because it has the best optic picture for me, and we have that blue dot sight, so everything is going to be easier to use at longer ranges. Now we're skipping over the laser. These are going to be completely irrelevant on this build. This is going to be set up for medium to long range. This gun is good at close range, but the laser is just going to be a wasted attachment slot. Now we are going to rock a barrel, and the STV precision barrel is phenomenal. It does everything, and I mean everything we need on the 545. Now we are going to be increasing the aim, idle, sway controllability, the bullet velocity and range, the gun kick control, as well as the recoil control. This is a fantastic attachment. Don't run anything else. Now for the muzzle, this is where things get pretty interesting with these weapons. Now luckily we have the shadow strike suppressor on this gun because we're going to be undetectable by radar, and it's going to have 0 cons. A lot of the suppressors on this game are going to be messing up the recoil control or the damage range, and that's what we don't want to have happen. So it's nice to have an attachment you have early level unlocks so you could just run it, remove yourself from the radar, build up streaks, and go crazy. Now we are not going to run an underbarrel on this build because the stock is going to be acting like the underbarrel, so we don't have to run any of these attachments. Instead, we're going to jump right over to the magazine and equip the 45 round mag because this weapon has a fast fire rate, so we want to be able to take out as many people as possible. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to see here this class setup has a respectable ADS and 0 recoil. It is going to be an absolute melt machine. Give this a go if you're looking for a solid assault rifle that you get right off the rip. Now for men in the build, we are going to go ahead and rock a secondary. I'm able to rock 2 primaries on my setup. I'll go ahead and explain that, but I'm just kind of experimenting with secondaries from Modern Warfare 2. I had on the Lockman sub here, and for the attachments, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. I have the 40 round magazine. I was rocking the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. I'm running the L38 Falcon 226mm barrel. I had the VLK 7 milliwatt as well as the Mir 56 factory stock. So definitely a class setup that's good, but let's be focusing on the Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Now I have on the stun grenade, the frag grenade, the field upgrade is set to munitions box, and my gloves are gonna be quick grip gloves so I can swap weapons faster. And gear is going to be bone conduction headset so I can hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. Now if you want to rock 2 primaries on 1 class setup, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering how to do that. You have to equip the gunner vest, not the infantry vest that you get from default. The gunner vest is going to have increased ammo capacity. You're starting off with max ammo. You're also going to have a faster reload by default and the capability of rocking 2 primaries. You can have 2 meta guns on the same class. That's a recipe for a great time, a great game, and an MGB nuke. Now, for class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the MTZ 556, another fantastic AR that is an early level unlock. So for the MTZ, we're going to build it somewhat similar to the SVA. We're skipping over the rear grips. These are not going to help us out on this class setup. Now, unfortunately, we are going to be skipping over the stocks as well. These are good attachments, but we have a better attachment we're going to run on this class setup. Just like the SVA, we are going to rock an optic. You have 2 choices here. You can either rock the slate reflector or the Chrono Mini Pro, I like the Chrono Mini Pro, so we're gonna go ahead and select this. Now the lasers are irrelevant on this build. They are not gonna help us out, so do not waste this attachment slot. We are gonna rock a barrel, and just like the optic, we have two choices for this assault rifle. You can either rock the MTZ Clinch Pro barrel, which is gonna be a great choice to increase bullet velocity, damage range, aim idle sway controllability, as well as firing aim and stability. If you do not want to reduce the overall handling of this weapon, this is going to be a good choice. But if you want to remove all recoil, you can rock the MTZ Drifter Heavy Long Barrel, which is going to be a great choice, doing everything that the Clinch Pro does, but we're going to have added recoil control and gun kick control. You can pick either or. They're both fantastic attachments. Now we are going to rock a muzzle on this weapon. Now unfortunately, again, we have to rock the Shadow Strike Suppressor because we do not want to have any cons that are going to slow down the ADS or go ahead and reduce the range. That's just something we're not going to have done in Modern Warfare 3. The time to kill is slower, so we're not going to slow it down even more. You guys can see here, these all reduce the range or the ADS speed. Nah, so we're going to rock this suppressor. Now, we are going to run an underbarrel on this class setup. You have two choices here. You can either rock the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. This is going to be overall going to be smoothing out the recoil pattern, giving it a nice feel. Or you can go ahead and rock, which I like to go ahead and put on this weapon, the SL Skeletal Grip, which is going to be a great attachment. It's a vertical foregrip, so we're going to have maximum aim down sight speed, vertical recoil control, gun kick control, and sprint to fire speed. This is going to be working, again, best of both worlds here. Close range as well as long range for this weapon. And then finally, we are going to be running a magazine. This weapon has a fast fire rate. We're going to rock the 50 round drum so we can take out as many people as possible. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, even though we have a lot of recoil controlling and also attachment that would technically slow the ADS, this gun has a lightning fast aim down sight speed and controllable recoil. Definitely go ahead and give this a go if you're looking for a solid MTZ build to use as soon as you load up Modern Warfare 3. Now, for the remainder of the setup, we are going to take a look at the Lockman sub. Again, I'm experimenting with some of these Modern Warfare 2 weapons here in MW3, but I will go ahead and give you guys the class setup. Now, you guys can see I have on the 40 round magazine, I have an X10 Phantom 5 hand stop, I have on the Falcon 226mm barrel, the VLK LZR 7 milliwatt, as well as the Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock. Just overall a good class setup. I will break down this in detail in a different video, but you guys can also see I'm running the Sun Grenade, Frag Grenade, Munitions Box, Quick Grip Gloves, as well as the Bone Conduction headset. Overall, a solid class that you guys cannot go wrong with. Two great ARs you get off rip. Now, for class setup number 3, we're taking a look at an absolute monster, the HOLGER 556. Once you get this weapon unlocked, use it immediately. You're going to be dominating lobbies. So for the class setup, we're going to be skipping over the rear grips, just like the other assault rifles. These just don't work well here in Modern Warfare 3. Complete waste of an attachment. We're going to start off with the stock, and we're going to rock the RB Adel Assault Stock. This is going to be a fantastic choice on this weapon, increasing recoil control and gun kick control. We don't want to have recoil with this AR. We're going to be placing 2 shots accurately to get those kills. Now, we are going to rock an optic. We have 2 choices here, the Slate Reflector or the Chrono Mini Pro. Both are phenomenal, but I like the Chrono Mini Pro on my ARs. We're obviously skipping over the laser. These are going to be completely irrelevant on this build, but we are going to rock a barrel, and we're going to be running the Karios 6 Max, which is going to be a great choice, bumping up bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and gun kick control. We don't want this weapon to move. We want a no recoil HOLGER setup we can just dominate any and all ranges with. Now, we are going to rock a muzzle. We're going to rock that Shadow Strike Suppressor because we don't want to mess up any of the range or the recoil controlling abilities. We already went ahead and buffed all those up with this class setup, so there's no reason to go ahead and make this weapon technically worse. So this is going to be the best attachment choice. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to rock the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. This is going to smooth out the recoil pattern, giving us increased sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, vertical recoil control, and gun kick control. A great attachment on this weapon. Now, once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to be incredibly happy because we have a setup that has a respectable ADS and very, very, very low recoil. So definitely go ahead and give this a go. If you're looking for a HOLGER build, you can shoot full auto across the map without having to worry about a thing. I absolutely love this assault rifle. Now, for main setup, I'm still rocking that Lockman sub, the same class setup, 40 round magazine, the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop, The Falcon barrel, I have on the VLK LZR 7 milliwatt laser and the Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock. Now, I'm in the build, stun grenade, frag grenade, munitions box, quick grip gloves, as well as the bone conduction headset. Definitely a solid setup you guys cannot go wrong with if you're looking for an AR to dominate literally at any in all ranges. Now, for class setup number 4, we are going to go ahead and rock it out with a submachine gun. We're going to use the Striker. This is going to be a solid SMG. You guys get this immediately as well, so you don't have to do any type of loophole or any daily challenges to get this unlocked. Now, luckily for this weapon, the setup is very, very basic. We're going to be skipping over the rear grip. These are going to be completely irrelevant on this build, so don't worry about equipping any of these. Now, we are going to start off with a stock, and the Lockman Recon Series stock is going to be kind of a 2-for-1 here, a stock and a rear grip combined. We're going to have increased firing, aiming stability, gun kick control, aim, idle sway control ability, and recoil control. Definitely a great attachment here. Equip this if you want to have a low recoil Lockman build. Now, for me personally, I don't like the iron sights on this weapon, so the optic is going to be a great choice. Slate reflector or Corona Mini Pro, both are great. Use which one you prefer. Now, we're obviously skipping over the laser. These are going to be completely irrelevant on this build. Now, believe it or not, we also are going to be skipping over the barrel for this submachine gun. I don't really see it necessary, and honestly, there is a better attachment to run on this weapon. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to rock that Shadow Strike suppressor because we definitely don't want to reduce the range on a submachine gun or slow down the ADS. So this is going to be your best choice with this SMG. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to be rocking the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. This is going to be a great choice for this gun to smooth out that recoil pattern, giving us sprint to fire speed increase, aim down sight speed increase, vertical, as well as gun kick recoil control increase. So definitely a great attachment on the submachine gun. Now, for the last choice, we are going to rock a magazine, and the 60-round drum is going to be phenomenal because we can run and gun and dominate. I was able to drop a nuke with this setup, so definitely give this a go. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to see here we have a class setup that has a respectable ADS, and like all of my builds on this game, 0 recoil, even without the use of a barrel, which is obviously a massive W. Recommend the build here, obviously, because I have on the gunner vest, I can rock another assault rifle, so we're going to be rocking the SVA. Just going to go ahead and have a nice secondary, so I don't have to pick anything up off the ground. I have the 45-round magazine, the Shadow Strike suppressor here, the STV precision barrel. I'm running the Corona Mini Pro, as well as the Marquee 11 stock. Now, I do have on the stun grenade, the frag grenade, the munitions box, the quick grip gloves, and the bone conduction headset. Overall, a fantastic class setup you guys cannot go wrong with here. 2 meta guns on the same build, one of the best submachine guns, one of the best ARs. You cannot go wrong. And then finally, for class setup number 5, we are going to go and take a look at the WSP Swarm, another early level unlock here. No loopholes to get this weapon unlocked, no daily challenge nonsense. For this weapon, we are going to be running and gunning and destroying with this. So for the first attachment, just like all of my other builds, the rear grips are going to be skipped over. These are just not going to help us out. Now, for the stock, we actually are going to be rocking the Fortress Heavy stock here. This is going to be a mandatory attachment on this weapon because we want to mitigate as much recoil as possible. We have gun kick control, recoil control, firing aim stability, as well as tack stance spread, so we can overall increase the lethality of this weapon and bump it up at those medium as well as longer ranges. Now, we are going to rock an optic here. I don't like the iron sights on this weapon. Honestly, I don't like the iron sights on a lot of guns here in MW3. So again, Slate Reflector and the Corona Mini Pro are both great choices. We are not going to run a laser. These are going to be irrelevant on this build, so don't really go ahead and think you need to equip this. Now, for the barrel, we are going to be rocking the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel. This is going to be a great choice for this gun. We need, again, to mitigate as much recoil as possible. We're going to have increased bullet velocity and range, aim idle sway control ability, recoil control, as well as gun kick control. Everything we need on this fast firing SMG so we can be accurate and melt people. Now, we are going to be skipping over the muzzle. Unfortunately, we don't have the attachment slot to run any of these. I wish we could, but there are some more important attachments to equip. Now, for the underbarrel, we are not going to rock the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. Instead, we're going to go ahead and rock the SL Skeletal vertical grip. This is going to be a great choice because we're going to be bumping up that aim down sight speed, vertical recoil control, gun kick control, as well as sprint to fire speed. Definitely a great attachment here. Again, taking advantage of close range and long range with the submachine gun. And obviously, because this gun does have a ridiculously fast fire, we are going to rock a magazine, and we're going to utilize that 50 round mag so we do not get caught lacking with this gun. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to see here that we have a submachine gun that obviously has a respectable ADS, and it's going to have controllable recoil. Definitely go ahead and give this a try. This is going to be an early level unlock. I feel like it's very, very underrated. People are not running it, and honestly, I don't know why. Now, for the man of the build, we are going to go ahead and rock that SVA. We have an assault rifle because we have on the gunner vest, and same attachments as before, the 45 round mag, the Shadow Strike suppressor, the STV precision barrel. We have the Cronin Mini Pro, as well as the Marquise R11 stock, and we are going to be rocking the stun grenade, the frag grenade, the munitions box, the quick grip gloves, and the bone induction headset. Definitely a solid class set. You guys cannot go wrong with another early level unlock demon. These are going to be the top 5 best guns to rock here in Modern Warfare 3 right now, especially if you're trying to level up fast and get a good feel for the game. If there are 2 setups you want to check out immediately, go ahead and check the SVA 545. This is going to be a rock solid weapon. And also go ahead and give a look at the HOLGER 556. Once you get this weapon unlocked, you are not going to regret it. So if you guys enjoy the video and you guys end up tearing up with these classes, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, spin your boy ears. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.